Alright, I think it's recording. I updated this thing, not this thing, but this thing, to iOS 9 today. And I'm already not liking it. I have not tested the battery improvements, but that was what I was mainly looking forward to, is the battery improvements. But I've noticed that there is a marked slowdown with everything in the system, even after it's booted and has been doing stuff for a while. There's that, and I also noticed that it seems to have screwed up the calibration on the digitizer. Either way, that's not really the point of this video. The point of this video is this. Holy crap, this thing is very very tight in on this. Yes, it's cheap. Yes, I'm aware of that. That's what I paid for it. Well, I didn't even pay for it. Somebody else did. So we're going to open this up on camera, hopefully. Maybe not, because I don't know. Alright. I always look stupid when trying to open up packages like this. Oh, it's taped. That's why. Alright, give me my other hand here. There we go. It's an awful lot. So it comes with a little cable, little USB cable. Wow, this is really flimsy. Of course, I was expecting that. And the device itself, with the instructions. User guide. So there's a power, and there's a USB port, and I guess the... Oh, I get it. You're supposed to charge it with this. Ah, well that makes sense. Alright, and then we've got power, and it looks like it has a little indication. Let's see if I can get some focus on that. How much power it's got. Warning! Keep out of children's reach! Do not charge and discharge at the same time. Well, that's interesting. Probably a good idea, but, so I'm going to charge this. Or maybe I won't need to charge this. Yeah, I think I'll charge it, and then we'll take a look at it. Alright, so I plugged it in, and I guess that's how much of a charge it's got. Which is to say practically nothing. So I'll have to keep a close eye on that. And see when it hits its total, and then I'll have to test it. Alright, so I'm actually reading the instructions. I know, right? Reading instructions? Who does that anyways? For this thing, and I'm looking at this, and apparently it's got the 4 LED indicator thing on it, yes, but apparently it's also got an LED flashlight on it. So micro USB ports for charging, and then it also has a USB port on the back, a single USB port for, while charging an external device, which is what it's meant for, and that's how it plugs in. It appears as though I've actually got the middle of the road model. There's a 2000 milliamp hour, a 2200, and a 2600. I did not see the 2600. I believe this is 2200. Yeah, this is 2200. I didn't see anything other than the 2200s. They had a lot of those. They had them in white, they had them in black, and this was the only green one that they had. But I figure I might as well be different by grabbing the green one. Output's 5 volts. Here you can see the charging information. Alright, let's take a look at this. Fully charged, blah blah blah. When charging is complete, disconnect, and then I throw the instructions on the ground like a boss, and then they almost try and blow away from me. Here's another thing that I just noticed. This thing has got no French instructions on it at all. No French anything. I wonder if these are becoming more common with cheap devices, but anyways, whatever, that's side point. Quick power test. So you can test it by just pushing the power button. I'm assuming that in order to use it, you're supposed to press and hold. I'm not sure. Or maybe what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to just plug it in because it'll work. I'm not sure. Supposedly it's supposed to come with a wall charger. Mine did not, at least not that I can see. Got some important safeguards, obviously. I have no idea what I'm showing because this thing is a lot more tight in on stuff than I really think that it should be, but I guess that's just the way that it is. See our charging chart. See some other information. It takes approximately 3 to 4 hours to fully charge. Apparently it's a lithium polymer or LiPo battery. So that's an interesting point to make. Repairs to electrical equipment should only be performed by a qualified electrician. Improper repairs may place the user at serious risk. I've noticed that there isn't an awful lot of English in this instruction booklet, although I'm sure that there's probably some somewhere. So I'm going to let this thing fully charge, and then we'll take a look at it in about 3 hours. Alright, so after a brief detour involving a lack of space, here we are with the PocketJuice. Several days later, actually in fact probably more than a week later, and I have been using it a bit, and then I just dropped it like a boss. And I have to say I'm fairly impressed with how it works, and there's a couple of things that I have learned about this device in the time that I have been using it. Number one is this power button doesn't seem to do much. You press it once, and it shows you how much power you happen to have left, which I guess is a nice feature. Trying to get some focus on it. There are 4 blue LEDs there. And there's one other thing that it's got. If you press it twice, you get a light. And oh boy, do you ever get a light. Probably get some kind of an idea as to how bright that is. It's not super bright, but it's still pretty bright. And it's a nice touch, especially if you're in a situation where there isn't any other way of getting any light. And I've also learned something else. Apparently this thing automatically turns on and automatically turns off depending on how much load that it senses. It's got some kind of load sensing on it. And for that, I have a tablet here. I need to unplug briefly. It doesn't have a lot of battery life left because, frankly, it's a piece of crap. We're going to plug it in and we're going to see it in action. So you can see it's charging the tablet right now. I don't even need to press the power button to turn it off. I could just unplug it and it automatically turns itself off. Just like that. Now I want to test something else. I want to see if I can actually turn it off with the power button. Looks like I can. Now let me do something with the tablet here. You see, this didn't work. Oh, whatever. The tablet's going to be a pain. This didn't work when I tried it the first time, but apparently now it works. And I guess you can easily turn it back on like that. So I don't know. I wasn't able to get that working in my tests, but I guess it's going to work on video. It'll probably not work again until I got it on video the next time. But there you go. There's your PocketJuice. A little 2200 milliamp hour DC power bank. Nice product for $10. And I think I did pretty well. I think I'm going to get quite a bit of use out of this because this tablet does not charge properly. And I'll have to say, I haven't had to plug this tablet in until tonight because it's done just fine with whatever this PocketJuice has been feeding it. And running on its own, which is a first. Usually this thing dies if you let it run on its own. That being said, I'm going to conclude this video. Thank you for watching. If you've got any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Till then.